Hello, yes, ma'am, I am here.
How are you doing?
So, just ran from my community college exercise. The outdoors arm pulling equipment, and what else? Yes, I just checked your message. Yes, so, and now I'm reassured that both discussion 9 and 10 are yes. I actually published yesterday,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
yes, figured out that it will be all fine. So
Yes, definitely, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I think that they both looked great. So, no worries there. What was I gonna say? Oh, I got your message about the interview, and I'm totally happy to do that. I actually sort of didn't realize that you were interviewing me, which is much easier. So yeah, I thought initially that I was going to be interviewing you, which is why I was like, well, I don't know if I know enough about this to be the interviewer. But yeah, now that I understand that you are interviewing me, that is
ah
totally fine. Very happy to do that.
yes, yes, no worries.
Yeah, so we can schedule a time to do that.
Yes, I was
Whatever
actually going
works.
to talk to you about it. So what happened was last week I didn't reply to it because I still gave um a couple of days for him to respond, but then there was literally silence, no response
Yeah.
at all. So it just turned out. Anyways, because I know Dr. Gravid always follows through. I'm I'm so certain that nothing will go wrong with it. So because
Yeah.
if I just randomly message any faculty, they will normally not respond unless it is their own student, you know.
Yeah.
So, um, yes,
For sure.
about
Yeah. That makes
interview,
sense.
you can select any day, whatever day you are ready on
Okay.
October. Preferably, I I prefer between tomorrow and 7 days ahead from today,
Yes.
because at the end of October I will have big things in my advanced psych class. So
Yes. Yeah, I'm happy to do. Tomorrow is really full for me, unfortunately, but I can do either Tuesday or Thursday of next week. I'm open at like our normal times. So yeah, we can do Tuesday during office hours, either in the morning or the afternoon, or Thursday. I think. Let's see. Yeah, we could. Pretty much any time on Thursday next week will work, I think. But yeah, let's just choose a time that works best for you, and I'm happy to do that.
yes, ma'am. So if we are going to do any time, I mean morning or afternoon Tuesday, we just need to make sure beforehand that there will not be someone coming in for our office hour, because
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
an interview. So
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I can. That's a good point. Let's see, 24th. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, but if you would rather do Thursday, I'm happy to do that as well. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have. Let's see. Okay, on next Thursday, I do have a meeting at 10 a.m. So I will, which might last for a little bit. So probably anytime after, like after 12 afternoon. Yeah, let's see. What if we do 1 p.m. on Thursday?
yes, that um that should work because it's not Wednesday, so it works for both
Yeah.
of us.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and put you on my schedule
Yes, and also
for Thursday at 1 p.m.
I would appreciate it if you leave a message in my email chain, 1 p.m. Thursday, don't forget.
Sorry about that. It seems like my internet flickered a little bit. What were you saying? You said I'd appreciate it if, and then you went out.
Oh, okay. So I said I would appreciate it if you can leave a message in that interview email chain. Say if you leave something like 1 p.m. Thursday, don't forget.
Yeah, for sure. I can just respond to the email that you sent me this
Yeah,
morning.
yes.
Like,
Yes, that one.
okay, great.
Yes.
Excellent. We can.
It is actually a great time because it's not too late in October, but also at the same time, it's not, because of your schedule, it's not tomorrow, which is actually better because we can both be prepared for our interview.
Yes, that sounds perfect. Okay. I am. Okay, I just sent you the email. Good deal. All right. So we've got that business out of the way. What else would you like to talk about today?
Yes, because my honors contract, as you remember, I wrote that I will meet you every single week. It's the honors departmental requirement to, both supervise, from you to me, supervise, and then me to you, let you know what is going on. So,
Yeah.
should I resend it?
Let's see. Have you worked on it since you last sent it?
No. The very last time, I actually don't remember. When was the last time I sent?
It was last Friday the 13th. I have it open here if you so you don't have to resend it if you haven't changed anything since then.
So did Friday version have things like in closing, the author Cheryl Huang would like to expand upon this paper by researching the following in her prospect. First, what is the current state of the laws and policies in Turkey regarding the physical abuse of women? Second, what measures are being taken? I'm asking if these are written there.
I'm looking. It's okay. So right now,
it's at the very end.
Yeah, I don't think I see those. Let's see. I do see. So what I have right now is conclusions and then recommendations, and yeah, I think you might have changed that. So yeah, maybe a good idea to resend it so we can look at the newest version.
Yes, anyways, resending is always good because we both, there is no way to remember when the last time we changed. So
Right, exactly. Yeah, go ahead and resend. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's thinking.
No worries. Take your time.
Yeah, I'm just waiting on it to come through. Alright, email. I don't know why it's taking so long. But I'm sure it'll pop up soon. Oh, there it is. Yay. Okay. Alright, I got it. Cool. Okay, so scrolling down to the author biography section. Oh yeah, this is totally new.
Isn't it hilarious?
No, I like it.
It was totally my own idea, like autobiography.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it works. I mean, I like that. So I think, yeah, I think it looks good. Honestly, I think the only thing you would need to add here is like a sort of wrap up sentence on why you want to answer or why you want to ask and answer these questions, right? Like answering these questions would help to blah blah blah, right? You know, just to like have something that you know, wraps it up for your reader.
Yes, I totally agree. So do we wrap right after this sentence, or do we create a separate paragraph underneath?
I think just right after the sentence would be fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think having that as the end of the paragraph makes sense.
Mm-hmm. um. So I will quickly reread the questions I wrote so that I can create In closing, the author Shawan would like to expand upon this paper by researching the following in her prospect. First, what is the current state of the laws and policies in Turkey regarding the physical abuse of women? Second, what measures are being taken to ensure the safety of Syrian refugees, particularly women and minor females in Turkey? Third, what is the reason for women's higher rates of poverty in Syria? And why are Eastern Turkish women more prone to destitution compared to other regions? Oh, now I catch my error. So, you see?
There is a reason for women's higher rates of poverty in Syria, and why are Eastern Turkish women more prone to destitution compared to other regions of Turkey?
Compared to women in other regions.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, because
Good catch. Good catch.
yes, it was funny because talking about women and then suddenly regions.
Yes. Yep. Yep. That's funny.
Fourth, this is why I love proofreading and editing.
Yeah. Yes.
Fourth, what are the rights of women in Turkey? Oh.
So okay, so you're saying what are the rights of women in Turkey? Like what? But not formally written on.
I know what I did. I promise. I know what I did. I just. Sometimes it's hilarious how I. Yes. Yes. You feel reassured that I know what I did. It's not.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm not worried.
Yes, I normally don't write grammatically incorrect sentences.
Yeah, I know. I've read enough of your writing to know that.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah.
Oh. For what are the rights women in Turkey must have, but not. Oh, but.
See, what are the rights women in Turkey must have, but that are not formally written in the law? Does that make sense?
I think that makes sense. Yes, that's what I was exactly trying to say. The laws that should be there but are not there.
Good. Okay.
And which political party is endorsing sexism? So I think I do not know if you watch news, but you might know that recently in 2022, Erdogan, 23 actually, Erdogan was re-elected. So you might know that whenever his side wins, Turkey becomes more and more Muslim. So less flexibility for women to exercise their freedom.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I've read a little bit about that. I don't know a ton about it, but I've seen headlines. I read the BBC news, which keeps me up on world stuff, right? So it's like a little bit more reliable than U.S. news sources on U.S. stuff because it's a little less biased, right?
Yes, I think almost all news channels, I mean U.S. news channels, are biased.
Yeah, it's a hard scene. It's not a good look. But,
Yes, Fox
you have
News.
To do your best to find the right things.
Yes, Fox News for Republicans and CNN and NPR for Democrats.
Yes, though I like NPR a lot. I'm a big fan of public radio. Okay, cool. Yes. So answering these questions would help what?
fifth, what are the reasons behind the high percentage of women wearing hijabs? So what I was saying here was that earlier in this same paper, I wrote about how Turkey officially got rid of hijab coercion, I mean hijab requirement. But then these 61% of Turkish women still choose to wear. So that's my curiosity. Why do they do?
Right.
Should I clarify this?
You could add a little bit like fifth, even though it is no longer required, what are the reasons behind the high percentage of Turkish women continuing to wear hijabs? That could be, clarifying a little bit.
I'm still thinking. No worries.
Yeah. Yeah, no, good.
Um, do you have other better ideas for this biography section? Like what other things about my personal information to include?
Let's see. Okay, so I mean, you could mention your sort of personal ties to Turkey, like that you speak Turkish, that you have I don't know. Yeah, that's my only thought, that you could sort of mention your personal sort of investment in Turkey. Specifically, yeah, but I like the way that you sort of answered that question, right? Answering these questions would help incite behaviors rather than your thoughts, right? that you could sort of end it with like, this is important to me specifically because, right?
Mhm. Oh. Now you get to know more about me. So
Yeah, I love this. This is great. Yeah, because I think like ending with this really gives the readers a sense of like your stake in it, right? That like you have a personal connection, and that it's not just you as like somebody who lives in the U.S. looking at Turkey and saying like, you need to do better, right? Like, it's more personal. Like it's more, you know. Yeah, I think that this really makes sense if you're comfortable sharing. You know, I think it's great to have.
yes, always you're welcome. I have no problems sharing my life stories with you.
Cool. Yeah.
Yes, actually, a lot of people are surprised when they hear that I graduated from a Turkish kindergarten, because most people, when they meet me or look at me, they just form an implicit bias that I must have been raised in a white American environment my whole life, right?
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. 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 That makes sense.
So the reason why the last sentence is I was the yes, non-Arabic or non-Muslim student at the kindergarten is because um uh this is kind of similar to what we read by Jamaica Kincaid. He or I guess it is she, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She felt in betweenness, so like feeling uh, yes, or binaries that we talk about.
I know, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, so that's my case. So I was by being the only non-Muslim student at this school, I was a token because um, everyone else. I mean, like, I also obviously had a very markedly different appearance, as you might tell. I don't. So like all the other students, and then
Yeah.
also the language barrier, because when I was entering this kindergarten at the age of 5, I did not speak Turkish at first,
Right.
but then
Yeah. Yeah.
I grew to be even better. I mean, I outperformed my peers by the end of this kindergarten.
Nice.
So
Yeah. I mean, I think that all sort of really helps to inform the paper. So like, yeah, I mean, I might just, wrap up with another sentence or two just to bring it all back together. This is important to me specifically because I've been calling Turkey my childhood home ever since entering Turkish kindergarten at the age of 5. I was the sole non-Arabic or non-Muslim student at that kindergarten. These experiences have shaped the way I don't know, like look at the world or something. However you think it's shaped you, right? Specifically in relation to the content of the paper, I guess, right? Like,
no worries. You can speak anything.
I was just thinking about how, right, these experiences have shaped me to be an avid consumer of Turkish political propaganda and maybe, like, have pushed you to advocate for, like, feminism in Turkey or political changes aligned with feminist goals or something like that, right? Like, you could use that word egalitarianism again.
Oh.
I love that ending. That looks really good. I like that.
Uh-huh. So if you are satisfied with this ending, I will scroll all the way up because this is my self-critic. In my opinion, I need to work a lot on the wording, diction.
Okay.
So you can critique me every single thing, which words do not fit in with the context, or if certain sentences don't make sense, those kind of things, because we will, like we said, our goal is to really publish this on that journal. So
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I was actually just looking at the requirements for the journal, just to remind myself. And let's see. Basically, like all that you would need to do in addition to completing the paper is to write an abstract and provide a few keywords. But we can work on that later. I just was sort of thinking about it. But yeah, so I have another meeting at 10. But what I would like to do is read through the paper as is on my own and highlight some things that I think we could work on in terms of diction. And then I can send it back to you, and you can either work on it by yourself or we can work on it together next week, however you think.
Yes, either way works. Because I know tomorrow you are busy, so I will not bother.
Yeah, so I can, but I think it would make sense to sort of read through, like I said, I'll read through it and highlight some places where I think we could work on the wording, and then I'll send it back to you, and we can talk about it next week.
Yes, I think, yes, this is a great progress, because what I noticed is my very ending was on page 10. So nonetheless, this paper adopts an I pronoun. That sentence ended at the end of page 10. So you see my reference is counts for page 11. So this is well above a normal journal entry. You know, when we go to KSU library for real expert written journals, 10 page is sufficient.
Yeah, for sure. And like for the Fusion journal, it's supposed to be research essays are generally between 2,000 and 5,000 words, and I think you're at probably around 4,000. Let me look at what
Yes, here it is.
Oh yeah, you're below. Yeah, so you're good.
3,000. 3,297.
Good deal. Yeah, so that's great. That's good.
So,
Awesome.
sorry, I missed it. So, did you mean you wanted me to expand more or minimize the word count?
No, I think it's good. Like you're within the sort of recommended word counts. So
Yes.
yeah, you don't necessarily need to expand or get rid of things. I think, like you said, we can work a little bit on the diction and the wording in places. But I think that's like that should be the sort of one of the last things that you need to do with the paper, because you've done the research, you've done all of the citations, all of that. So yeah, it's just sort of working on the wording and sort of getting it to be nice and polished.
Did you know I really love the subject history?
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad.
Oh yes.
I enjoy it too.
I brought this up right now because this paper goes really deep into the Ottoman Empire.
Yes, for sure.
My love.
It's good, yeah. Good.
Yes, so in the meantime, before our next meeting, whatever day it may be, it will probably be Tuesday if I'm awake.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, if you're feeling up to it, that sounds good. If not, we'll figure out another time.
Yes, but Tuesday, by Tuesday, if I'm coming on Tuesday, I promise to already do something about the abstract, and you said keywords, listing which words go into. I can figure that out before our next meeting.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if you want to draft an abstract, that sounds good. The abstract should be between 50 and 200 words, and then it says between 4 and 7 keywords.
Are you able to write this in this same email, that email you sent me? Yes, so that I don't forget.
Yeah, I will do it right now.
Yes. I love being workaholic.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, as long as you don't get burnt out, right?
So earlier today in my community college fitness physical class, my professor, she asked me, what are your goals for this fitness class? And then I wrote, first, to increase the intensity of my exercise, and then second, to lose weight, because as a woman it's important.
Well, I mean, I don't know. That's a personal thing, right? That one can be hard just because there's a lot of bias out there against people who are overweight, and that can be kind of that's not super great, because oftentimes it's not, it's due to medical reasons, or there's all kinds of reasons why somebody might be